guys, so what's up? We're out here. We're gonna do a cool vlog today. Pretty much this cool, humble guy that you guys are gonna meet today on the vlog. I feel pretty lucky to be able to introduce you guys to somebody like this. Very known local Reno Subaru enthusiast in the area. So his name is Pete. What's up, Pete?
What's going on?
So where are we at today?
In front of my house, right here in Sparks.
What is it known as?
That Fargo Way Killis house. It's where I drew my name from the street I live on. It's Fargo, and I build Subarus for my kids, and everybody kind of knows who I am around here. They have gotten to know me because of my loud exhaust, and I'm just a car enthusiast in general. So anything that moves that's got a motor in it, I probably have had one or want one or have touched one time or another, like everybody else who loves cars and loves fast things. Well, nobody really believes me until they notice the few little things that are left. But it's a 2002 that looks like a 2006 now. It's been swapped. Not just the front end, but the rear end's got an 06 bumper on it. It's got a APR rear diffuser from an 06. It's got a custom built exhaust that I made myself because I don't know about y'all, but Tomei is expensive, and this is a budget build. I did everything myself in this little garage right here because labor is expensive, but anybody can learn how to do stuff. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos when I started building this car. 100% self-taught. Yeah, I never went to engineering school or mechanic school. I'm a plumber by trade. I build houses. And JDM taillights. There's no reflection on this side. It's a smooth piece. Okay. So they're pretty rare. When my taillights come on, it's just this. The wing, of course, I got a lot of grief for it before I was fast because guys said, you're not an STI, you shouldn't have an STI wing.
So that's like almost like a forbidden thing,
right?
It
really is.
In the Subaru world, right?
It really is. It's bad.
Well, you got a sound system. Boom.
Oh yeah, I built fiberglass speaker enclosure, molded it into my spare tire well. Swapped my battery to the rear mount, of course, because it was kind of in the way up front.
I'm gonna have to tell you guys one thing that makes this car really, really fast. As you guys can see,
that's an extra 50 horsepower.
An extra 50 horsepower because he has that sticker.
There's more dynamite in this car than you can imagine. Like everybody else, I think, unless you're made of money. Like I'm a real big Facebook marketplace buyer. Like I source used parts from all over the country, but I'm in Seattle and Portland quite a bit, and there's a lot of good parts up there. A big community up there. Like that we have here. We have a really wonderful Subaru community here.
Huge Subaru community. Rally art mud flaps?
Yeah, those were a Christmas present from my daughters. Rotor G-force wheels that were a gift from somebody who didn't want them anymore. They were hand-me-downs, and I refurbished them. It's got, of course, Brembo brakes.
You got Brembo brakes from like an STI as well.
Yeah. Rear diff. It's got a full 6-speed. It's got it's got an 04 6-speed. It's got an 04 rear diff. It's got 04 front axles. I maintained that because I wanted to keep the 5x100 wheel pattern. The only thing I kept the 02, 03 interior for the most part, except for the seats, because I like the center console quite a bit better than the 05s. Door panels are done.
And the gauges.
The gauges are done. The cluster works entirely, 100%. That was a wiring nightmare, but it was worth it. Andy at Car Shop Boba helped me quite a bit with some of the little details. I've had a lot of help from a lot of guys along the way. Nice. A lot of help, a lot of questions asked, a lot of parts swapped back and forth. ST5 is my car club. It's a group that she and I belong to. It's local. They're worldwide, but it's a little local group we have. We meet up pretty often. If you guys are interested, hit us up on Instagram. It's a team of people, and we enjoy spending time with one another and going to events, self-created events, be it bowling or a cruise around the lake. So we'd like to know you're going to gel with us, and then yeah, it's pretty simple to get in.
Cool.
Just the requirement is you run a sticker and have a Subaru and be an enthusiast.
Nice. So that means I can't join, guys, because I don't have a Subaru.
You got a Honda. We might make an exception. STI side skirts. I've got plus 40mm side fenders, and I cut in I use GC8 style side markers as opposed to the later model ones because I like them better. The only thing I left on it that makes it a bug eye still is this little A-pillar antenna.
So on the 0405 STIs or Hawkeyes, the antenna is built into the windshield.
Yep. So
if you guys ever see a converted car, this is a dead giveaway.
The newer cars, the 05, 06s, 07s, they've got a piece of trim that comes right here. And they're known for blowing off at speed. There's so many different things from STI to WRX, guys don't understand. It's not just the body styles look similar, but the componentry, the wiring, STI is a completely different vehicle from a WRX. Completely different. They only share the outer skin. Other than that, there are no similarities. VS fenders, it's a carbon reinforced or plastic reinforced poly fiberglass fender. They're actually pretty good, pretty well made. They fit right up. Not very many modifications had to be made to them.
we made it to the front. So it's gonna be either you love it or you don't, right? Somebody's probably gonna say out there that he should have kept the bug eye because they're not as common anymore. I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own taste.
Yeah.
I personally started with a bug eye blue WRX as well. So this car is actually, you know, kind of inspirational to see that you were able to do something like this. To somebody like me that started with a bug eye when I got into cars. But enough said. Here's the front end. Boom.
Not really a bug eye anymore.
Not a bug eye anymore.
I bought the bug eye, it was all I could afford. So it had like 370,000 miles on it, paid $3,000 for it from a gallon truckie. And I drove it home and I thought to myself, I'm just gonna use this as a good daily driver. I'm not gonna touch the car. Now my family, they know me well enough to know that they laughed out loud. Oh, you're not gonna touch the car. And then about 5 months later, I bought, my other daughter went down with her to Rockland and bought her, it was a 06, black, it was a normally aspirated car. And we drove that home, and it's her car next to my car in the garage. I really liked the way the front of her car looked a lot. I sourced from a friend of mine in Sacramento a front clip, and I paid $1,000 for that, which I thought was a lot of money until I looked around and body shops and wrecking yards are getting $2,500 for front clips, and got busy with it and just started cutting. And I'll tell you what, that's scary when you go to cut the front end of your car off. So what I had was from here forward, he gave me the entire front clip with portions of the core support and the metal supporting pieces that hold your like the radiator core support, as well as pieces of the wings. They call these the metal parts of the wings, part of the subframe, the wiring harness for 06, and some other little miscellaneous bits, including the headlights. I had it out there in the backyard and went to work on it. It took me about a weekend to do. I live out here a lot. I'm out here quite a bit. It's my happy place.
You live out here so much that you have a TV in the garage.
Yeah. So it's all said and done.
Boom.
Yeah.
So she's not stock.
Kind of stock, you know.
So you actually made a hole on the headlight too for
yeah, I couldn't find one of these. Evos, you can buy one.
Yep.
Evos, you can buy this piece and it's carbon fiber and it's beautiful.
Yep.
But you don't have the headlight. And it's just an air dam. It just forces cool air in.
And then you added the APR lip.
Got this also secondhand from a friend here in town. It's a full splitter. Comes all the way back to the front of the tire.
Wait.
Well, you've heard of a stroker motor. Stroker motor is taking a motor and extending or shortening the length of the throw on the rods. They're giving you a little bit more combustion. I de-stroked this motor. So it's a 2.5 liter case half. The engine, the case block is 2.5 liter STI, been dart and sleeved, had ARP case hardware put through it.
So is the crank a different crank?
It's a 207 crank from a JDM engine, and I've used really long rods. The longer rod means that the rods have a shorter throw. They don't move out as much. As a result, I can rev this engine to about 9,200 RPMs. Yeah, process West intake manifold. That was not something I intended to buy. I was gonna stay with the stock intake manifold, and I had polished it, and I was really proud of it. I've not seen very many polished stock Subaru intake manifolds, but I could not get enough air to flow through that intake manifold. And when you start getting into the 25-30 PSI of boost, it's dangerous to your motor if you don't have enough airflow, because you got spark and fuel going in, and if you don't have air, you can get detonation. That's my overflow.
That's your overflow?
I got no place to put the factory overflow for my coolant, so I just, yeah, that's my McDonald's engineering right there.
Yeah, but it works, right?
It does.
Supports?
Yep, 10 hood supports. I got 10 front strut bar and rear strut bar. Crawford V3 oil catch can. I've got
fuel pressure regulator.
External AEM fuel pressure regulator. I've got all odometer gauges, boost, AFR, oil pressure, water temp. You have to monitor all that stuff when you're doing this, so I try and buy the good gauges. It's a Grimspeed manual boost controller, and I used to run the electronic boost controller that they make, but this gives me a little bit more control, a little finer adjustments.
Manual, right? More consistent.
Yeah, manual, more consistent. Got Perrin crank pulley. I'm sure I probably shouldn't have that. My tuner would tell me it's going to cause misfires. And then Chase Bay's power steering line exchange kit. So instead of the stock one, I've got all AN power steering lines. Go back to the pinion, and all vibrant fuel system with radium rails. ID 2000 injectors. I've got dual 340 liter per hour AEM pumps on a radium hanger in the tank. So I run E85, run that corn. Yeah, run that corn fuel. You have to have either a flex fuel kit or you have to have a Pro Tune and speed density, basically, to run these. And that's, you can get pretty technical with that, but what it means is I no longer use a master flow meter on my car. It's set up to actually measure the air density in the atmosphere, and that's how it meters the air coming into the car. It's a lot more efficient for running things like E85, which has got different octane ratings. It's by far, it burns way faster, but it's way cleaner burning fuel. It allows you to push a little bit more power because of its tendency to not allow itself to detonate.
How much power does it make?
$1 million question, right? I'll say it's somewhere in the sevens.
Somewhere in the sevens.
Yeah.
Okay. Any plans for a racetrack or anything like that this year?
To get to somewhere in the nines and and then go out to Fallon and be able to run 10 seconds. That's the hope.
That's the goal. What motivated you to start working on these kind of cars?
I was having problems keeping connection with my son, and he was involved with cars and liked cars, and we stumbled across Subaru 1998 2.5 RS, and it was a nice car. It was a good, clean car, and he bought it, and I drove it first, and I believed that it was probably a really fun little zippy car and safe. So we bought that and began to work on it, and as a means to try to draw myself closer to him so that we could be friends again. We were having some troubles, like a lot of fathers and sons have. It brought me back closer to him, and as a result, it drew me closer to my other children. It revitalized me a little bit because I'd gotten out of the car scene. I'd gotten tired of it. I kind of grew up a little bit too much, grew old, and it really brought me back down to earth and reminded me that time spent like this is far more important than time spent in front of a television or anything I can do with them hands-on. That's an experience that they'll share for a long time that I can treasure too. And along the way, I met a lot of new people, a lot of good people. There's something about Subarus that lend themselves to a community feeling, and I'm not sure if I would have got this out of any other car. They're safe. I felt good putting my kids into them from a driving standpoint. It's weird, I could be driving down the road, my car could break. I could be on the side of the road, smoking. I promise you, within 30 minutes, some Subaru guy's gonna stop and help me. Or some Subaru gal is going to stop and help me.
And that's how it's in Reno.
That's how it is in Reno.
Your girlfriend drives a Subaru too, right?
Yeah, my girlfriend drives. That's how we met. we met through car community. That's well, it's a WRX swap car.
Okay.
That started out as a normally aspirated car.
But that's your son's car, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a daughter too, or?
Yep, I got two daughters. They both drive Subarus. One's got another the Hawkeye that we bought. That was a normally aspirated car. We have since swapped that, so now it's got a WRX engine in it.
That's pretty cool.
And my other daughter, she had a little GC8, a purple wagon, like that unfortunately got wrecked, and now she's driving an Outback. It's a pretty amazing car. I never thought you could get one of these to go 9,200 RPMs without exploding.
You have a tuner on tap.
I wouldn't say he's on tap. I'd say he's a friend who also tunes cars. That's an expensive friend to have if you need those things.
So he has a friend that tunes cars, and his name is Corey. What's up, Corey?
What up, baby?
How are you doing today?
Trying to have a good day off.
You're trying to have a good day off.
Trying, but I'm here, right?
He's having a good. Oh, he's here. Damn.
So you're helping your friend on the day off on Sunday.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to the car, Corey?
Well, he had a junk motor, so he put another motor in, and I'm hoping this one runs a little better, has a lot more compression, hopefully. And he put a new turbo on, so I gotta put a base map on it just so he can drive it.
That's better. Shut up.
Much better.
You never get your money back out of a car. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. For me, intrinsically, it's something I built with my family. It's something I built for the scene. It's very personal to me. I've touched every nut and bolt on it, so a lot of people have helped me with this car. I wouldn't feel right selling it. I'll probably get buried in it. She's got her name, it's Violet. Violet the Bug Hawk. A little bit different than everybody else's, but no, if you want to get to know me, meet me at one of the car meets, come on out, man. If you got questions, if you hit me up on Instagram or find me on Facebook, I like to help people.
What's your Instagram?
It's at Fargo Way Killer.
So it's pretty nice when the tuner comes to your house and he's your friend, right? So
Pretty nice to have a friend who actually tunes cars you decided to work on, but it's not fun when he tells you all the things you do wrong.
how'd you guys meet each other, actually?
I was boost creep, so my little stock turbo on my stock PJ 205 was going to like 15, 16, 18 pounds. It was creeping as I would drive. It felt like a roller coaster. And my friend Miguel says, man, you got to meet this guy. This guy.
So Miguel introduced you?
Yeah, Miguel, Mickey Hyro, actually, you might know him as Suck My Balls Twice. He said, just meet this guy and see what he can do. And so I met Corey. I met him a long time ago, but I became friends with him when he got in my car at a car meet with his laptop. He said, give me 5 minutes and I can fix all of that. I said, bullshit, there's no way. He got in, he pushed a key, he did some stuff. He got out in 5 minutes, he goes, take it for a ride, tell me what you think. Every little problem was fixed, just like that.
Cool, good job, Corey.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
Well, I can thank you. Technically, you're still the first person I technically tuned. So.
Are you? Is he really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I used to kick butt in that STI, remember, Corey?
Yeah. Everyone had to out-launch David Guzman.
You said?
This is a small town.
What do you think amount-wise money? How much have you spent?
Without exaggeration, I can show you a folder that documents $50,000. Sometimes I think to myself, 4 words, I should have bought an Evo. The Rumble, I missed the Rumble.
Yeah.
But he said I can't have the Rumble.
Because you perform better with that.
He says you must have equal lengths for flow.
Because you perform better with them.
Yeah.
But the true Subaru enthusiast back in the days, that was what sold you on.
The Rumble.
Exactly.
Man, the sound, it's unmistakable. You hear it coming, you hear it going, you're like, oh, gives me the tingles.
The Rumble is inefficient.
Yeah, it's your exhaust gas pressures are fighting each other.
No.
And it makes for uneven spool and it makes for poor performance.
Corey has a nice car that we'll do later at a better time.
Now it's way better. Somewhere in Mexico.
You could be the muse to my passion.
Any recommendations for Subaru guys or girls out there that are getting into Subarus? Any advice?
If you're a young person and you got one of these cars, just take it easy. Go slow, learn. Some things, they don't happen overnight. And learning to drive a car like this, you can get away from it. It's they're so fast and they feel so sure-footed that before you know it, you might be out of control. And I hate to see young people get in wrecks and get hurt with these cars. It damages the car scene in general because law enforcement really doesn't like it. But more than that, that's your life you're playing with, and maybe other people's as well. So just take it easy. Be well. Take it slow. There's lots of time to build them. Don't rush it.
Enjoy the journey.
Man, enjoy the journey. It's all about the journey.
Okay, guys, so that's it. It was pretty cool. I really appreciate you, Pete, for taking me around your car, inviting me to your house. Obviously, you've seen his garage. This is where the magic happens for him, right? So
Magic.
follow him on Instagram. Subaru stuff is what you guys are gonna see, and maybe some Mustang stuff. But follow him, and you know Corey's is a super tuner. Anything you want to say before we leave, or?
Man, if you got questions, ask them and get into the car life. It's a great community to be in around here, at any town really. But it's a great, positive way to spend your time, and I recommend it for anybody. It's a wonderful hobby. You meet great people. You come for the cars, you stay for the people. That's what they say.
What? Well, cool guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day. Stay tuned for the next vlog. Could be Corey.
Could be.
Right on, man.
Peace out.
Later.
That's cool.
So here's his old man car, he calls it. So doesn't look like much, he says. I think this car looks freaking clean. It's an actual Cobra. But anyway, guys, look at this. If you guys see this out on the street, oh, look at that. So he went from Mustangs to Subarus. Well, nice car though.
Thanks.
We'll save this one for later.